Hi everyone, welcome to StampinGala.com. Today's project is this cute little treat holder for Easter that I created using the Fable Friends stamp set. I'm using this image right here to complete the project. This project will hold a box of chocolates, or it also holds these little Rice Krispie treats that I purchased at Walmart. You get this whole box of them for really inexpensive. So this would make a great treat that would be easy for you to create and not cost you a lot of money to pass out during the Easter holiday. Okay, to get started, I'm using So Saffron and our Tea Room DSP, as well as the Coastal Cabana cardstock. So let me tell you what the pieces are. This is a piece of So Saffron cut at 4 by 7 3/4 and scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/2. The inside pocket here is So Saffron, and this is 3 3/8 by 5 1/4, scored at 1 1/8 on all sides. I also have a piece of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 3, a piece of Tea Room DSP that is 2 7/8 by 3 5/8, and then I just have some scrap. This is to stamp the bunny on. I also have a piece of Coastal Cabana that I ran through the Big Shot ahead of time with our layering ovals dies, and then this piece is just a piece of So Saffron that is I ran it through the Big Shot with the Be Mine stitched framelits. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring in our scorer, and we're going to score the outside of the treat holder at 3 1/4 and 4 1/2. And then the inside pocket is going to be scored at 1 1/8 on all sides. Okay, so that's all the scoring we're going to do. So what we're going to do is just fold on the score lines here. Let me grab my bone folder. And then we're going to take the DSP and the Whisper White, snail the two of these together, and place them on the front of the treat holder. And try to be certain that you get it straight all the way around. Okay, so we're gonna go right ahead and put this right on the front. It makes it easy and it's out of the way. It's much easier to put this on the front before you add the box on the inside. Okay, so this piece, just fold on the score lines, and then we'll do some trimming. All right, so we're gonna trim up on this score line to the intersecting score line. And then we're going to just cut it on an angle to create the tab. Same thing over here. Up straight and then on an angle. Now on this side, we're just gonna flip it around and we're gonna do the same exact thing directly across. And here again. Okay, so that's all the trimming that we're gonna do. Now take our tear and tape. You have to use a strong adhesive like tear and tape or glue when you're working with 3D items. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed because normally they won't hold together very well with just a simple adhesive. Finally, the one down here. Okay, so we're going to take one of these off at a time. Just pull that together. Pull this one together. Boxes are really easy and a lot of fun to create. There you go. Okay, we're going to bring this back in. This time I'm going to use some glue, and I am just going to add some glue on one side. That's all. Make sure you know which side you're putting it on. You want it in the front, not quite all the way to the bottom. So you see, it's like 1/8 of an inch from the bottom and about 1/8 of an inch from the side. I like using glue for this because if it's not exactly where you want it, you have a second to move it around. Okay, now this piece that I ran through the Big Shot with the B-Mine stitch framelits, we need to trim this down a little bit to 2 7/8. So let me grab my trimmer. And we'll place this right up here. I'm just going to trim it off right there just to get a nice clean edge. And we're going to go 2 7/8 here. So that'll do it. That's all we need. I like to have this even with, so you can see the white all the way around. Okay? So we'll just add some snail to the back of this. And then we're just going to set this aside just for a few minutes while we do some stamping and coloring. Okay, so first of all, we're using Memento ink and the bunny stamp. Ink this up really well. Give it a good stamp right in the middle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our layering framelits, and I used this one is the second largest oval, scalloped oval, to run the Coastal Cabana through. And then I took the third largest solid oval, and I ran this through the Big Shot and cropped the bunny out, okay? So that's how I did that. I'll use this for another project. So now we're going to go ahead and do some coloring. First of all, we're going to color the bunny. And I'm using the light crumb cake. And you just have to use a light hand while you're doing this. It doesn't take much. You can go back and add a little bit of shading with the same, or you can use the dark crumb cake. These come, they're sold separately, or you can buy them as a combo with the light and the dark together. It would be the same price either way, but what's nice about it, see, I'm going back now and adding some shading with the same color. What's nice about it when you don't, when you can buy them separately, is if you use one a whole lot more than the other and you need to replace it, you don't have to replace the whole set. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of pink in the ears. And I'm going to use a Stampin' Right marker. Now this is a little bit different, and so I'm just going to color this in. I wanted it to match the paper, and we don't have the blends marker in this shade, so that's why I'm using this one. It'll look good when it's done. They don't blend as nicely, but since this is a small space, you don't, it's not a big deal, okay? Now I'm gonna show you how to do the grass. I'm gonna take this and put it underneath here. And the grass, let me show you which one the stamp is. This right here. So I'm gonna use the same marker and ink this up, and notice how I'm using the marker on the side and I'm not using the tip. You don't want to use the tip because then it will break down your marker. So we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna ink this up again, stamp off the first time, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there is your grass. And now we're gonna bring in the Hello Cupcake stamp set and use this little flower here. And we're gonna add some yellow or Daffodil Delight flowers the same way. Ink it up. And you can, of course, use your stamp pad if you'd like. But since I already had these out and it's just really quick, I'm using the marker. And it shows you another way. If you don't have the ink pad but you have the markers, it's another way to use your markers. Okay, so this one is done now. Now what we're gonna do is just snail it to our scalloped oval. Get this on here, and you can add some Wink of Stella, which I absolutely love. I can't get enough of this. This is a really nice way to add some glimmer to, it's just a clear, and it just adds a nice little shimmer to your projects. I don't know if you can see that but on camera, but it's real shimmery. Okay, so we're gonna add some dimensionals to the back of this. I'm gonna put 2 up here and 2 down here, and you'll see why in just a second. The ribbon's gonna go in between. So we'll bring back our treat. Now watch how this fits nicely in here, a box of chocolates. Or you can take one of these treats and put this in here, which is nice as well. Or what I've been using a lot of lately is the Peeps, the single Peeps that are chocolate covered. They work perfectly in there. Oops. I don't know if I'll be able to tie the bow with that in there. So I'm gonna just put this around just like this and tie the bow. And this is our mini striped ribbon, and this happens to be in Bermuda Bay, but I think it looks perfect. It goes perfectly with this DSP. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna trim it up. These will be little treats I'm gonna hand out to the ladies at the post office that always wait on me, in the bank as well. And I'll probably end up making a few of these for my grandson's class. So we're gonna put this, center it right over top of this, just like that. And there is your little treat. Now I did make this as a set with other projects on my Facebook Live, and if you'd like to visit me on my Facebook page, I do live videos every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where I also give away free product. This was one of 3 projects. I also made this little treat that holds a pack of gum that is in an egg carton. They're Easter eggs, and you'll find this video already on my page, or my YouTube page, YouTube channel. And then this also is a little Easter basket that I created, and this has a Peep in it. That is a marshmallow lip gloss, and I purchased this at Five Below. So I hope that you like this video, and if you do, I hope that you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and while you're at it, click the bell right next to it when you subscribe. That will give you a notification every time I upload a new video. Also, I am doing newsletters once a week with free videos or free tutorials on my blog at stampinggala.com. I hope you visit me there quite often. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.